Hello learners, welcome. I'm Radhika, Academic Officer ICT, welcoming you all for the live video program. Today we are going to discuss about the data entry operations senior secondary subject. The content today we are going to discuss, that is formatting worksheets. In the last session we learnt about how to create a worksheet, how to save your workbook, how to create a new one and how to open the existing files and all. In this session we will be discussing about how to format the worksheet. When we say formatting the worksheet, it gives you a polished look. Even though the worksheet which you have created, it looks neat, but you can apply different styles, you can apply different colors to your content, and you can also give give proper formatting to your data. So that gives some polished look, that will give you that will make you very happy to see your document. And even if you want to share it with your colleagues, or even if you want to share it with your friends, that will be easy and it will be giving you a good impression about the work you have done for your for your assignment, or even for the personal work which you created. So that will give you a good impression about what you have done. And the lesson this is we are going to discuss, this is formatting worksheet. This will help you to understand how you can create the worksheet, and how you can do it, the basic formatting, and how you can apply the different styles to your worksheet. And also the formatting, it includes not only about changing the font color, changing the making the content in bold, italic, underline. It's not only like that, it includes a lot of things, like you can apply indent. If you want to change the format of your content to number format, that you can do. If you want to change it to the date format, that you can do. So today in this session we'll be discussing more about how we can work on the formatting of the worksheets, how this session will make you to learn more about formatting worksheets, that you will come to know at the end of the session. So let's begin our today's session. Today we will be discussing about how to use auto format features, and also we will be discussing about how to format the data and worksheets. Then we will be discussing about how to use the format painter. Then in the last we will be discussing about how to use formulas and functions in our spreadsheet. So when we say about formatting, the Excel, the software which we are going to discuss today is Microsoft Excel 2007. So that software, it contains lot of formatting toolbars, it contains lot of options for formatting. So the first is formatting toolbar. So the formatting toolbar which will help us to do the task very easier. So if you see the screen here we have shown the screenshot about the formatting toolbar. So under the home tab, if you see that the different options for doing the formatting, like you can do cut, copy, paste, and you can apply bold, italic, underline. Then you can change the font style, you can apply colors to your font, and you can highlight your text color. And if you want to align your content from left, right, center, or justify, that you can also do. And you can also increase or decrease the font size. Then also we can apply the different styles to our content. So these are some of the formatting options which we require. So these are readily available on our screen. So we can use these tools and we can get the task done. So even you can see that there is alignment task is there, then font option is also there. So we can apply different styles, and we can give border to our cells. Then in the alignment you can see that increase or decrease intent option is also there. So we can move our content from left to right margins or right to left margins, that way also we can do. Then if you see the number group, there we can see that there are different formatting styles are available, like general is there, number will be there. Then dollar, like if you want to put your currency symbol that you can you want to insert in your data, that you can do. Then if you want to mention that is a percentage symbol you want to insert, that you can add. If you want to use comma operator, that you can do. So these are different styles which we are having. So if you require any type of style for your data, then you can use. Like comma operator we will be using when we want to mention the money. The currency symbol which we will use when we want to use the currency. If I am mentioning the currency in dollar, then I may need the dollar symbol. If I am mentioning in the rupees, then I need the rupee symbol. So depends upon my need, I may have to get the different options. And then somewhere we may have to mention the data in floats, like I want to mention the data in decimal places like 5.23. So somewhere my data is having 2 decimal points, somewhere it is having 3 decimal points, somewhere it is not, it might be having more than 4 decimal points. So I want to make it in uniform way. If I want to just give it in 2 decimal points, I can choose that particular column and I can choose the decimal points which I want to apply for the particular text. Then also we can do the formatting, like conditional formatting also we can apply. We can apply the format as table, then cell styles also we can do it. Then we can insert the column, we can insert the rows, we can delete the rows and we can delete the columns as well. So I can do the formatting also. These are some of the basic formatting options which we require. So those are all available under the home tab. So we can use these formatting tools for doing the basic formatting. Here even in the same screen you can see that in the data they have written the National Institute of Open Schooling. So the data has been the first line, you can see that that content has been it's highlighted and it was given with the content has been bold has been applied there. The formatting options whatever has been applied there is, that is first bold they have done, then they have aligned the content in the center, and they once we have applied bold, automatically the font size will be looks little bit bigger, and they have increased the font size of the particular text. Next, there is for doing the formatting we are having the mini toolbar. So how we can get this mini toolbar? When you want to do any formatting for some particular range of cells, you can have to just select the particular cells or particular range of cells. Then after you right click, then you will be having the options for format cells. So even in this screenshot you can see there is an option for format cells. You can click the format cells option, then you will be able to do the changes for font type, font size. You can increase the font, you can decrease the font, then you can do the task like accounting, number format, comma style, font color, format painter, bold, italic, center, percent style, borders, merge and center, increase decimal, decrease decimal, fill color. So these options we can do by selecting the particular set of content and choosing the option format cells. So once we select format cells, it will be giving the options. So the font type, font size, as we discussed, this will help us to change the name of the font. So suppose I am applying the Times New Roman font for my data, that style will be applied. If I give the size as 20, that size of will be applied to the content. So the decrease and increase font will also help us to change the size of our font. Then the account numbering format, comma style also we discussed earlier. Font color will help us to change the font color. So if I am applying white color to my data, then the text will be displayed in white color only. The format painter option we will be discussing later also in the session. Just I will give you a brief information that format painter will help us to copy the formatting which we have applied to the particular text. And the bold option will make the content in bold way, the italic will make the content in the italicized, the center alignment option will align the content in the center of the particular cell. Then percent style, that symbol will be inserted in the content, so in the data. The borders will give you the option for applying the borders to the particular particular cell or range of cells. Then merge and center option will help us to merge the content and put it in the center way. So the merge will be merging some set of rows or some set of columns. If you give merge and center, it will merge some selected cells, then it will display the content in the center of the particular cells. Increase decimal and decrease decimal, that we have discussed earlier. Then fill color, it will give the color to your content. So if I have selected black color to be filled for my particular cell, that color will be applied to the particular cell or range of cells which we have selected. So here when we are applying colors, we have to remember that what color of the text we are going to use. Text color is what and what will be the background color. So we also have to use only the contrast colors. We should not use multiple colors. That will obviously it will you will not be able to see the data in proper. So you have to use contrast color so that you will be able to see the data which you have entered in the particular worksheets. Next we are going to discuss, that is format cells dialog box. The format cells dialog box also will help us to do the same task which we have discussed earlier. For getting the format cells dialog box, what we we can do it in many ways. The first way is we have to press the combination of the key control key plus numeric key 1. So if you press both these keys together, then the format cells dialog box will appear. You can also get this format cells dialog box from your formatting toolbar. For that we have to just click the dialog box launcher. You can see from this screenshot that there is an arrow after the clipboard, then after the font there is a small arrow is there. So if you click that particular arrow, then you will be able to get the dialog box. So this particular arrow will be called as dialog box launcher. The same arrow will be available in alignment and as well as the after the number set of tools. So here we can click on a home, then font, then after that home alignment or home number group. So if you click on any one of the groups and there is a small downward pointing arrow will be there. So if you click that particular arrow icon, then the dialog box will be launched. And you can use we can choose the format cells from the shortcut menu after we right click the selected cell or range of cells. Then we can click more command in some of the drop down controls in the ribbons. For example, if you click home, then number group, then if you click general, then you can click on more number formats from the drop down. That includes an item named more number format. So we can get the format cells dialog box from by clicking on this dialog box launcher. So this is on the right side what you are seeing, that is called the format cells dialog box. Here you can see that there are 6 different tabs will be there, like number tab will be there, then next is alignment, then font, the 4th is border, then 5th is fill, then 6th is protection. So if we click on the number tab, it will give you the list of categories. So like general, number, currency, accounting, date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific, text, special and custom. So for any content which you are entering, so you can give different type of categories. So suppose I have entered number, then I will choose number from this category list. If I have entered date, then I will choose date from this particular category. So it depends upon my data, I have to choose the formatting style. If why I have to choose, like for date, if I have chosen this style, then I will be able to get the list of options. So generally in Indian style, we will write date in the way like that, we will write the day, then month, then year. So suppose it is 23rd December 2020, so I will write 23, then hyphen, then 12 hyphen 2020. So this is the style I am having, right? So if I want to change it, like first I want month name, then I want the day, then I want year to be displayed, so I can change that style also. So depends upon the list of formats which are available, I can choose the one which I wanted for the particular data. Even in the same screen, if you see on the left side, the options are shown, like for general it is getting displayed as ABC 1 2 3. So normally whatever we are typing, that will be considered in the general category. The numbers will be it may be any numerical numbers we can give, so that will be considered. If I choose the currency category, the currency it's showing it in the dollar, so if we want we can change the format in rupees also. In the accounting, it's going like in the fraction way, it is getting displayed like 77.00, and the date showing that short date and long date. The long date is which by giving that like it will mention you the day, like whether it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so it will be giving that particular detail, then it will give the month name, then it is getting displayed the date, then year. So if you want it in the long date or short date, we can choose. The time it is getting displayed with a full like 24 hours format, then 12 hours format is also there. So if you want, you can change the style. Then the percentage, then fraction, then scientific, then textile. So these are the categories which we have seen it in on the right side. So these those categories which is giving us with some little bit hint that how it will be getting displayed. So if you want any change in this format, we can do it. We can customize as per our need. Next, we are going to discuss about formatting columns and rows. To format any columns and rows, we can click on the column header or any other cell in the column to change its width. We can click the home tab, then we can select the format from the cells group on the ribbon, then we can click on the auto fit column width. We can see the effect here in the data what we are there are two screens are there. So whatever the change which we have applied or whatever format we have done, that you will be able to see it on the column C. So the C we can see the effect on the column C, which is showing the full contents, that is the chemistry content is getting displayed fully. Earlier it was not getting displayed. So when you do auto fit, then it will be displaying the whole column properly. So you can change, you can do the auto fit by selecting the particular column, or if you want, you can just move your mouse and you can just select the particular column name. If you double click on the particular column name, then it will be able to display the content fully. So suppose I just think that in G column there is content, some content has been entered and that content is not getting displayed fully. What I have to do, I have to just go to the particular column and right side the G column, there is just a small line will be there on the right side. So you have to just move your mouse on the particular column, then the arrow symbol of your mouse will get changed to an double-sided arrow. So you just double click on that particular place, then the column will expand and it will be automatically fitted to your the content. Otherwise you can just drag it and you can, if you want to see the content of your particular row or column, you can do that. When we are formatting the content, sometimes it used to happen that we may have to hide some of the rows and columns. So how we can hide that particular rows or columns? So it is very easy. Whenever we want to hide some rows or columns, we have to just select the particular row or column. Then we can choose the option, we can right click and we can choose the option hide. So that particular row or column which we have selected, that will be hidden. So we have to first select the column which we want to hide by clicking on the column header. Then if we want to hide suppose the column C, then we have to just right click that particular column and we have to choose the option hide. So once we choose hide, then automatically the column will be hidden. If you want to hide the particular rows or columns which we have hidden, we have to select the previous and after column. Suppose for column C you have hidden, then you have to choose column B and column D, then select both those columns and right click and choose the option unhide. So even in the same screen you can see that after the hide, the next option is unhide. So that unhide option will not be visible if you are not hidden the particular rows or columns. Once you have hidden, then the unhide option will be visible. So you can just select the particular options which you want to do. So when earlier also we discussed, when we right click our cell or range of cells, it will be giving the some the mini toolbar will come and it will be giving you a lot of options. The mini toolbar is having the options for like cut, copy, paste, paste special, insert, delete, clear contents, format cells, then column width, hide and unhide. So here this cut, copy, paste, obviously everyone might be aware that cut will help us to move some particular rows or columns which we have selected from one place to another place. The copy option will help us to copy the same set of rows or columns from one place to another place. So it will be, if you do copy the content or cells which you have copied, that will be available in the original place as well as where you want to paste it in that place also. Once you have pasted, it will be available. the paste option will be help us to copy or cut option which you have used, that then the content will be available in the paste option. So the whatever is available in the clipboard, that will be inserted in the new destination place where you are going to select. Then paste special option which will help us when we want to do some specific type of content which we want to insert in our sheet. Insert option will help us to insert the rows or columns. Suppose I want to insert one row, then I can choose the option insert, then one row might be inserted. So if I selected column and I choose the option insert, then a row will be inserted. If I selected 2 or 3 rows and I choose the option insert, then 2 or 3 rows will be inserted. So how many rows or how many columns I am selecting depends upon that. The number of rows and columns will be inserted on the worksheet. If you choose delete, then the particular cell content will be deleted. If I selected the whole row and I choose the option delete, then the whole row will be deleted. It means like the content will be removed from the sheet. If we use clear contents, then all cells will be in a blank way. So it will be in the transparent white way, it will be getting displayed. So earlier we discussed about format cells, then we also discussed about hide and unhide option. Now for unhide, earlier also I mentioned, for unhide we have to select the visible range of columns, that includes the hidden columns or rows. Then we can now right click on the selected columns and we can choose the option unhide from the pop-up menu. So once we have unhide, then the content will be visible. So here what you can see it on the first window. Here it's showing that column header A is visible, B is visible, then D is visible. It means that the column C is hidden there. So what they have done, they have selected B column and D column, then they have choose right click and choose the option unhide. So once they have done, on the right side, that is the on the bottom screenshot, you can see that the column C is also visible. So column B, C, D, all of them are visible once they have chosen the option unhide. Learners, we are discussing about the formatting worksheets. In that we discussed about what is a formatting toolbar and how this format cells dialog box will look and how you can use that dialog box launcher to get the format cells. Then we discussed about how we can do the basic formatting and what are the options we are having in the under the format cells dialog box. We also discussed about how to hide or unhide the selected rows or columns in our worksheet. We will be discussing more about the formatting worksheets after a few minutes break. Till now we discussed about how we can do the basic formatting. Now we are going to discuss about how to format the worksheets using cell styles and how to apply the styles. If you see this screen, you will be able to see that there are some styles which are available. If we click on the right side, there is a group like cell styles group is there. If I click on the cell styles group, I will be able to see the different styles. So in this next, the second screen, you will be able to see the name of the heading, name of the styles, like they have written heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, some different styles are there. If we have chosen heading 1, then automatically the style is getting changed. So if whatever style, there are some built-in styles are available. So if you want, we can do it. If you want, you can, if you want to create your own style, that also you can do it. But there are some standard styles which are available, so why not to use? So there are some different styles are there, so we can choose them, then we can apply that style to our content. So this styles will give you a different look. When you normally work on the worksheet, it will be getting displayed in white and black. If you apply the styles, then the content will be getting displayed in different colors, and there will be different colors for rows, like one row will be in gray and the row will be in white color, so the third row will be again in gray. So it will be giving you one row with another color and odd number rows will be in another color. So it will be giving you some good look for your data. So once you have applied the style, sometime you may feel like that style which you have applied, it is bad style which you don't want to to continue on that particular data. You can remove that style which you have applied. For that, we have to just right click on the style then we have to choose the option delete. So once we have chosen the option delete, the styles which we have applied to that particular cells or range of cells, that will be removed. Next is Format Painter. In our previous session also I explained you many times about what is Format Painter, how this Format Painter will help you to do the task easier. This is one of the handy feature on the standard toolbar for formatting the text is that Format Painter. So here if we have applied different formatting styles to some particular range of cells or some particular cell, then what we can do that if you want to copy the same formatting to some other set of text, you have to just select the cell which from where you want to copy. You have to just select the cell, then you have to choose the option Format Painter. Once we have chosen the Format Painter option, your mouse arrow will get it changed and it will be looking like a paintbrush. Then wherever you want to apply in that particular place, you have to just go and you have to just drag your mouse on the particular set of cells or rows or columns where you want to apply. Or once we have done, what will happen, the style which you have copied, that style will be applied to those set of cells or rows or columns or particular cell where you have applied. So this will be very easy for you because we may have applied different styles, we may have applied different formatting for some particular text. So that particular text or content where the same style you have to uniformly apply it for other part of content, simply you have to remember what are the steps you have done. So instead of that, this Format Painter will just we can use it and the same styles which we have done for some particular text, that formatting will be copied and the same will be applied to the other part of text. Next we are going to discuss, that is auto format. This for doing the auto format, we have to select the home, then home tab, then we have to choose the option style group, then we have to choose the format as table. This option we have to choose. So once we have chosen format as table, it will show many predefined table formats. So we can select any one from that particular format. Here if you see that we have selected the fourth table format, then from the dark category of format. So it will show the dialog box, we can check that my table as headers checkbox and we can click that particular option. So here you can see it on the right side, whatever we have choosing, that particular format will be applied to the text. As we discussed that when we are working on some confidential documents, when we are working on some confidential worksheets, we may have to protect our worksheets. So we should know how to protect our worksheets. We should know how we can unprotect the worksheets. So for protecting the worksheet, we can select the particular sheet and we can choose the option protect worksheet. Once we choose the protect worksheet, it will be asking the options for locking it. So we have to give the password for protecting it, and we have to confirm the same password. So once we have confirmed the password, so any person who knows the particular option, particular password, then only a person will be able to see or modify the particular worksheets which we have protected. For unprotecting the same, from the formatting option, if you see that there will be an option for unprotect the sheet. If you click the unprotect sheet, it will be asking you the password. So you have to give the same password which you have given for protecting the worksheet. Then once we have given the same password, the content will be, the worksheet will be unprotected. So why we have to do protecting or unprotecting the worksheets? So when I'm working on some confidential document, when I'm working on some business document, which is some high project where there are a lot of financial or confidential informations we have saved. So that time we may not be interested to share it with others or other public. So in that cases we may need to protect our worksheets. So this protection will help us to will help us, or also we will not be able to share the content with unauthorized persons. A person who knows the particular password, he will be able to work on the worksheets, or he will be able to modify or or change the worksheet content. So once we feel like the information has been published in the public domain and everybody is having the access, or it is shared in the same office or something, then we can unprotect the worksheet. Or if we feel like that data has been shared it with our seniors or juniors, and then we can start it to unprotect it. So it depends upon the need we have to protect or unprotect the worksheets. So it is very simple that for that we have to just click on the format tab. From the format tab we have to choose the option protect sheet. Once we choose the protect worksheet option, and it will be asking for the password for protection. Then it will be asking, once you have given the password, it will be asking again. So you have to reconfirm the same password. So you have to give the same password. If the passwords are matching, then the worksheet will be protected. For unprotecting the worksheet, you have to choose the format. From the format menu, we have to choose the option unprotect sheet. Once we have given the unprotect sheet, it will be asking the same password which we have given for protection. So you have to give the same password. Once you have given the password, the content will be released. So it will not ask you again the password for protecting it. So it will be normally you can use it once we have unprotected it. So learners, we discussed about how we can do the basic formatting. Now I will take you to the demo. In the demo, we will be doing the task which we have discussed till now. So this session will, whatever the steps I have explained, you might got what it is, but if you do it practically, then you will come to know how you can do it easily. So I'm just taking one of the worksheet which I have already opened. So here in this worksheet, we are having some data. So if I want to apply some styles, or if I want to do some basic formatting, how I can do. So here you see that this heading is, we have written first name, last name, address 1, address 2, city, state, pin code. So without any formatting, this data is there. So if I want to apply some formatting, like basic formatting, I will just select the cells on the first row. I'm selecting, and I want to apply bold, I can do it. If I want to increase the font size, because this is the heading row, I want to increase the size of my font, so I'm increasing it to 14. I can do it increase or decrease font by here also. I can just click on this A. If I give a one time, then it will be increasing the font size. If I press this small a, it will reduce the font size. I hope you are able to see my screen. I will try to maximize this. So here if you see, we have discussed about auto-fit column also. So here see that the name of the column is not fully visible. It is showing first, then after that NA. If I want to do auto-fit, I can just go to this particular column, and you can see that my arrow, here this arrow is, when I move my mouse, it is showing this plus symbol. If I move my cursor near to this column header, it is getting it, double-sided arrow is getting displayed. If you double click here, then you will be able to see the whole column information. The same way we can do it here. So in this, this is simple options. When we want to auto fit our content, we can do it. Or if you want to just drag your mouse and see what is there in the heading, you can just drag the particular row or column where you want to see the contents. You can just drag it and you will be able to see the content. So this is about how we can do the basic formatting. So earlier also we discussed about how we can align our contents. By default, the text will be aligned in the left margins. If I want to align this particular column in the center, I can just choose the option center. So all my content will be displayed in the center. If I want to do it in the right margin, I can do it in this. So depends upon our need, we can do it. Then this is about increase or decrease indents. If I want to increase the indent, so it will be moving the content to the right side. So if I want to decrease, then it will be moved to the left margin. So we want to the way we want to get display, we can choose the particular option. Here these options will help us to fill the color for the particular text. If I want to apply yellow color, I can fill this column as yellow. And suppose in this particular column, if I want to change the text color in a different, I can select the color which I want to apply. I am choosing the red option. So you can see that the content is getting displayed in different color. Suppose in these particular cells, what I want to do, I want to give some borders. So what I can do, I can select this arrow. Here it will be giving me the option like bottom border, top border, left border, right border, no border, and all borders. So I can give all borders. Then you will be able to see that content is getting displayed with borders. If I want to change that option, if I want to give some different line color, if I want to change the style of my border, I can choose the options from this a list of options which I am having. If I want more borders to be options I want, then I can click on more borders and I can get the format cells dialog box and the options related to the borders, I can get it. So this is about we have discussed about this font group, then we discussed about little bit about the alignment group. Now we will be discussing about this numbers group. So here as we discussed earlier, it is showing the list of options. So we are having number, general number, currency, accounting, short date, long date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific, and text. Here only we are having the pin code. So if I want to apply if I want to do some formatting to the content, so I'm adding one more column. In that I'm entering the fees. So fees received, I'm writing like 20,000, 10,000. So some numbers we have entered here, right? So if we want to do some formatting, so how we can do it, like by applying some currency symbol, or if I want to do some since this is related to money, so I want to insert some symbol before that. So what I can do, I can insert the symbols which is available from the library. So I can see that for accounting it is showing some of the symbols, like here it's showing the dollar. So if we want to add hours, then we can have to find out the options. For Indian rupees, we can enter INR. So I'm saying the option, if INR is there, then I can insert. So there is an option INR. So I'm selecting that and I'm giving the option OK. So for all the amount which we have entered, so the INR is getting displayed in before that. If I want to display the dollar symbols, because the amount has been paid in dollars, what I can do, I can just choose the option dollar. So obvious by default that all amount will be displayed in dollar. And since I didn't enter any comma operator, but when we have worked on the format, then it's automatically the style has been applied. So if we want to add the comma or if we want to remove the comma operator, we can select the options. Here it's showing that 2 decimal points are getting displayed. So if we want to increase the decimal places, we can click here and the no number of places will be added. So if we want to decrease, then we can click this option and the number of decimal places will be reduced. If you want to insert a percentage symbol, I can click this percentage option. So then all the amount will be displayed in percentage. So it depends upon our data, depends upon the work we are doing, we can do it, choose the particular option. So here the percentage symbol has got displayed. So earlier also we discussed about format as table. This format as table will give you the list of options available. So I can choose I can choose my data, I can choose the entire content, then I am giving the choosing the option format as table. So it's selected range is getting displayed, and it's asking from A1 to H9. So I am giving as OK. So the content is formatted. If we want, we can change the styles. We can apply different styles. We can choose the different formatting. So I am applying this color, so this formatting, so that format which we have selected, that is applied to the particular set of content. So these are some basic information which we have discussed in today's session. Suppose I want to delete the city column. I want to sorry, not delete, I want to hide this particular column. What I have to do, I have to select this column, then I have to choose the option, right click and choose the option hide. So once I have chosen hide, the information which is entered in the E column is not available right now, right? So it is not visible, the column is hidden. So you will be able to see, comparing to this C and D, there is a small border, but D and F, in between that you can see that there is a thick border. So there is some column has been hidden, and even you can see that all the columns are alphabetically numbered, right? So it's starting from A, B, C, D, then after that there is no E column, so only F is available. How we can get this column back? We have to choose, we have to select both the columns, like D and F I will choose, then I will right click and choose the option unhide. Once we have selected unhide, then the column E is getting displayed. So this is the way we can hide or unhide the rows or columns. We have discussed about hide of columns, right? So same way we can hide the rows as well. As for that, we can just select the row which you want to hide, then same way we have to right click, then choose the option hide. If you want to hide, then you have to do it. Then if you want to unhide, you have to select the cells or the rows which are before, and like fifth we have deleted, right? So fourth and sixth rows I am selecting, and I am right clicking, then I am choosing the option unhide. So once we have given unhide, the row which we was hidden, that is this row got hidden, right? So that is getting displayed. So this is about how we can unhide or hide the worksheet. So suppose this data I am having, and in this data if I want to do some formatting, if I want to do some of the formatting, like how if I want to delete the rows or if I want to insert some more rows, I can choose the option, like here if you go to cells group, you will be able to see insert group. Here you can choose the option insert cells, insert sheet rows, insert sheet columns, insert sheet. So if I want to insert a new worksheet also, I can do it. And the same way if we want, we can choose the option like delete cells, delete sheet rows, delete sheet columns, or if I want to delete the particular sheet, I can do that. So this is about how we can do the basic formatting. You might be knowing the different styles, you might be knowing that how we can do the other options. You can explore more about how we can work on this worksheet, how we can do the basic formatting, and how we can expand our way of working. So these are the options which we have discussed in today's session that will help you to do the basic task. But if you want to do something more about something more you have to do, you have to just explore the Excel worksheets, and there are different options which are already available. You can just choose them and you can apply it to your content. Learners, we have reached the end of the session. Till now we discussed about how we can do the basic formatting in your worksheet, how we can change the formatting of our cells, how we can do formatting of our symbols, how we can apply currency symbol, or how we can do the comma to our content, how we can increase or decrease the decimal places in our content and all. So the basic formatting, how we can apply different styles to our content, that also we have discussed. And at the end we discussed about how to hide or unhide the rows or columns in our worksheet. I hope this session is very useful, and if you have any queries related to formatting worksheets, you can just write to me. My email ID is radhika.navos@gmail.com. If you have any queries related to the content, you can just write to me. I will get back to you and I will solve the questions which you have raised. Thank you so much for patiently watching our program. Thank you so much.